took a look at the first and second beta of this game back in mid-March, and the game was actually already playing very nice. Only a couple of things needed to be fixed. So let's take a look at the final version of Diablo 4 on the Steam Deck. We are playing it at the native resolution of the Steam Deck of 1280 by 800 with all the settings as low as they get, but the interesting thing is I'm actually doing FSR in quality mode. When we did the beta, we actually did it in performance mode, and it is basically behaving even the same as it was in performance mode back in the beta, or even better than it was actually back in the beta. For the most part, the gameplay itself, when you're actually in most fights or most dungeons, it doesn't matter what's going on, usually stays around 60 frames per second. It sometimes can blip to the mid-50s, but for the most part, the gameplay is usually around 60 frames per second. And the place you'll notice a lower frame rate might be inside the towns, where you can actually go down to 40 frames per second. But again, when you're fighting either on dungeons or on the open world, usually you're at 60 frames per second or very close to 60 frames per second. So you should actually have a very smooth sailing on this game, and I don't think you need to cap it for any reason. For the cutscenes, it seems that they did something interesting. Some of the cutscenes will be like locked at 30 frames per second, while some of the other cutscenes will be unlocked all the way to 60 frames per second. The ones that actually are locked at 30 frames per second, for the most part, will stay at 30 frames per second, and those that are locked at 60 frames per second will always be approaching 60 frames per second, but some parts will actually be mid-30s all the way to 60 frames per second. And like I said, the game was already playing great on the beta itself, except for sometimes the network will hiccup here and there, but now I think they fixed most of their networking issues, because I couldn't feel actually anything during those 6 or 7 hours I just played it. So I just think that they tightened the game up, and it's even better than when it was in the beta itself. And if you like what I've been bringing you, and you haven't done so yet, and you'd like to, please don't forget to subscribe, hit that notification button, and like this video. But anyway, I'll let you watch the rest of the video, and I'll see you on the next one.
Sometimes our paths in life are set to collide. We just don't know it. Whether it is by accident or fate's hand, there is nothing we can do about it. The wanderer lost in the storm, fed the blood of Lilith, saved by a lone monk. Different lives and incidents drawn together. By what? Destiny? Or some greater power pulling the strings? I did not know. But at the time, I thought I had the chance to protect humanity from the daughter of hatred. The Wanderer's connection to her gave me hope. Imagine that.
I think I can dispel it.